Hong was excited as he looked at the grand aid of the university. His dream of attending college was finally coming true. He was dressed in a white shirt and tight blue shoes. He looked stunning, so pretty. Jungkook, you will do great, baby. Jungkook, his husband whispered as he gave it Taeyong's face gently. Just be yourself and don't let anyone tell you sparkles. Taeyong giggles, his cheeks turning pink. I will be fine, Cookie. Don't worry too much. Jungkook leaned in and presented a soft, lingering kiss on Taeyong's lips. Text me if anything happened. I love you. Taeyong, I love you too. Taeyong said, stepping out of the car and waving at Jungkook, who drove away. With a deep breath, he turned toward the university entrance, feeling butterflies of both excitement and nervousness. As he walked through the busy hallway, his smile faded when a group of seniors suddenly surrounded him. One of them smirked. Well, well, look at this. A new pretty boy has arrived. Another senior, a tall guy, circled them. You are too beautiful for this, please, freshman. It will be fun to see you how you handle a little welcome treatment. Taeyong frowned. Excuse me, but I need to get to the class. He moved to take a leave, but the third guy grabbed his wrist. Third senior. Excuse me, pretty boy, but you can't go. Taeyong's heart was thumping loud. He was nervous. Still, he turned back with a greeting bit. This is how you welcome freshmen? Fourth senior started laughing. Everyone followed him. Yes and no. But when the boy is pretty, could stole every heart, then why not welcoming him like this? He shook it as if it was the most normal thing for him. Taeyong snatched his wrist back. Leave me before I complain you. Taeyong again tried to walk away, but the fifth guy stopped him by blocking his way. Fix it. Who told you to leave? Taeyong close at him. I don't need to get any information. I have classes. It's my first day. Don't like you. I have other works to do. This laughing, making him more nervous. And laughed again. Taeyong, let me go. I can't dance. Fourth singer. Really? But you look someone who can dance perfectly, and we can whistle and slap for you. Taeyong closed his eyes, feeling enough. No, he can't dance because his doctor has forbidden him from dancing because he is pregnant and his pregnancy is too complicated. If he danced, he might face the miscarriage. So he turned to leave again, but before he could step away, someone shoved him hard. His body hit the cold floor, and the sound of laughter rang through his ear. Oops! One of them shook it. Kiss, you are too delicate. Taeyong clenched his fist, his heart pounding. He had never been in this kind of situation before. He was debating whether to fight back or escape. Before he could react, a firm voice cut through the air. Hey, what the hell is happening here? The bullies turned, their expression changing as the new figure stepped forward. Messing with the freshman again? He asked coldly, his gaze locked onto the leader. The senior hesitated. Fee just Hyungi, leave now. The newcomer voice was dangerously low but filled with power. Muttering under their breath, the bullies backed off, disappearing into the hallway. Taeyong slowly got up on his feet, brushing off the dust from his collar. Hyungi, are you okay? The man asked, his tone softening. Taeyong nodded, though his hands still trembling slightly. Yeah, thank you. The stranger smiled slightly. I am Minugi, senior student counseling member. If anyone bothers you again, let me know. Taeyong exhaled a shaky breath, smiled softly. I will, thank you again. As he made his way to the class, his phone buzzed in his pocket. Pulling it out, he saw a message from Jungkook. Jungkook, Hope your first day is going well, baby. Miss you already. Taeyong smiled softly. If only Jungkook knew what had just happened, he would kill those bullies. Because he loves his Taeyong little too much to let anyone touch him. But for now, he decided to keep it to himself. The rest of the day passes in a blur. Taeyong tried his best to focus on classes, but the morning incident kept playing in his mind. He knew Jungkook would be furious if he found out. When classes ended, he stepped outside the building. He sees Jungkook waiting for him in his car, leaning against it with an arm crossed. He looked at Taeyong's face. The moment he saw him, Jungkook, "Hey baby." Jungkook greeted him, but his smile quickly faded when he noticed the little dust on Taeyong's dress. What happened? Taeyong hesitated. Nothing, I just tripped from these chairs. Jungkook didn't push further and they went home. That evening, Taeyong walked down the stalk carefully, his hand resting on his little solemn belly. As he made his way to the dining table, Jungkook had already set everything up, waiting for him with a soft smile. "Jungkook, come here, love. I made your favorite," Jungkook said, pulling out a chair for him. Taeyong smiled and moved to sit, but the moment his body made the chair, a sharp pain shot through him. He winced. The breath issued as he tried to adjust. Jungkook watches him in confusion. "What's wrong?" Taeyong, "Nothing," Taeyong said quickly, smiling. "I just fell earlier." Jungkook frowned, putting down his chopsticks. "You fell? Where? How? Did you hit your stomach?" His voice rose with concern. Taeyong shook his head. No, just my boot. It's fine, Cookie." Jungkook, "Taeyong, you're pregnant. You need to be careful, love." Taeyong, "I know." Taeyong muttered it, knowing. Looking down, biting his lower lip, Jungkook sat, running a hand through his hair. "You should have told me earlier, Tae. Should I give you a massage? Do you need to see a doctor?" Taeyong quickly shook his head. "It's not that serious, I promise." Jungkook wasn't convinced, but he didn't push. Instead, he stood up and gently pulled Taeyong into his arms, making him sit on his lap. "If it hurts, tell me," Jungkook whispered, pressing a kiss on his temple. Taeyong relaxes in his arms, feeling safe in his embrace. But deep down he knew he couldn't keep hiding things from Jungkook forever. It was the second day of Taeyong in the university. He didn't face those senior bullies today, so he was relieved. As the sun began to set, the university corridor emptied, leaving Taeyong alone as he walked toward the library. He chuckled his book tightly. He was happy, a new friendship he had made with Jimin and Ayu, but that happiness quickly vanished when he heard footsteps behind him. Well, look who is alone again," a familiar voice said. Taeyong's eyes widened as he turned to see a group of seniors from earlier, this maker blocking his path. "You didn't learn your lesson yesterday, did you?" One of them chuckled. Taeyong took a step back, gripping his books. "I don't want any trouble. Just let me go." One of them scoffed. "Oh, but where is the fun in that? You are too pretty to be alone." Before Taeyong could react, one of them grabbed his wrist, yanking him forward. His books scattered on the floor. "Stop it!" Taeyong snapped, trying to free himself, but the grip tightened. Or what? Fear twisted in Taeyong's chest. Taeyong struggled against their grip, but the seniors were strong. One of them shoved him against the cold wall of the empty hallway. His books still scattered on the floor. "You really think you can ignore us, One of them asked, stepping closer. "Just because that student concealing Kyle saved you yesterday doesn't mean you are safe." Taeyong had pounded in his ribs so bad. "Why are you doing this?" he asked, trying to keep his voice steady. "Because it's fun," another guy smirked. "And because you are too damn pretty. We don't like pretty boys getting too comfortable here." Before Taeyong could react, he faced someone harshly pushing his shoulder. He stumbled but stayed on his feet. "Fight back," one of them taunted, pushing him against harder. This time, Taeyong bit his lip, refusing to give them the reaction they wanted. "Not talking?" Then let's see how long you can stay quiet, the leader of the group said before suddenly punching Thong on his stomach. A sharp pain exploded in Thong's abdomen, making him gasp as he stepped backward, clutching his belly. Oops, the guy woke up laughing. Are you weak or something? Thong's body shook as he tried to straighten up, but another kick on his back of his knee made him faint down on the floor. The laughter around him grew louder, echoing the empty hallway. Maybe next time you will learn your place. One of them chuckled before speeding near him. Thong groaned, his body arching, his hands protectively covering his stomach. He couldn't let them know he was pregnant. His vision blurred slightly as he heard their footsteps fade away, leaving him alone on the cold floor of the university hallway. Jungkook tapped his finger impatiently against the steering wheel as he waited outside the university gate. Thong should have been here by now. His class had ended and Jungkook had even texted him, but there was no reply. Something felt off. Frowning, Jungkook got out of the car and walked toward the entrance. The moment he stepped inside, he noticed a commotion. Students rushing down the hallway, muttering in hushed, panicked voice. Curious and slightly worried, he grabbed a pushing student arms. What's going on? The boy hesitated before answering. Someone got beaten up. I heard they fainted. Jungkook's heart stopped for a second. His grip on the boy's arm tightened. Feared? The student pointed down the hallway, and Jungkook ran, his heart pounding violently in his chest. The moment he turned into the corner, his blood ran cold. Thong lay on the floor, motionless. His white shirt, was stained with blood. His hand clutched to his stomach as if trying to protect something. His soft brown hair covering his face. Students stood around, whispering but doing nothing to help. Jungkook didn't even realize he was screaming on top of his lungs until he was kneeling beside Thong, shaking him gently. Thong, baby, wake up. His voice broke, panicking. He cupid Thong's face, his thumb brushing over his cold cheeks. Thong's eyes fluttered open quickly. Jungkook, he whispered, voice barely audible. Jungkook clenched his jaw, trying to control the rage bubbling inside him. His hands were shaking as he quickly pulled Thong into his arms. Who did this? Jungkook's dark eyes snapped toward the student around them. Who the fuck did this to my husband? The students stayed silent. Jungkook didn't have time for them. Thong came first. He lifted him carefully. Jungkook held him close, whispering, It's okay, baby. I got you. I'm taking you home. But deep inside, Jungkook saw who were her Thong or P. Sat on the hospital chair. He stared at the doctor with wide, anxious eyes. Thong lay on the bed, still awake. He had rested over his stomach protectively. The doctor sighed, glancing at the couple with a serious expression. Mr. John, your baby is too weak. The stress and physical trauma Thong suffered today put the pregnancy to high risk. Jungkook breathed shakily. He looked at Thong, who looked pale and exhausted. If something like that happened again, he might lose the baby. We need to make sure he avoids any kind of stress or harm. Thong breathed cock in his throat, lose the baby, his first trembling as he forced himself to stay calm. Thank you, doctor. I will make sure nothing happens to him again. Once the doctor left, Jungkook turned to Thong with worry. Baby, tell me the truth. What happened at the university? Thong froze, his lips parting slightly. Jungkook, it's nothing, I just... Jungkook's voice come out as a warning. I almost lost you. We almost lost the baby. Do you really think I will let this go? Thong lowered his gaze, fingers nervously twitching the bedsheet. He didn't want Jungkook to get angry, but after today, he couldn't hide it anymore. Swallowing hard, he whispered, I was bullied. Jungkook's eyes widened as he darkened, his fist tightening so hard his knuckles turned white. They started harassing me from the first day, Thong admitted, voice shaky. They said I was too pretty and it would be fun to bully me. They pushed me, hit me. His voice broke as he looked away. Today they were rougher. I tried to fight back, but they. Shankuk suddenly stood up, his entire body shaking with rage, his vision turning red as he realized what Tong had been holding from all this time. Shankuk, who did this? Deadly, dangerously low. Tong quickly grabbed his wrist weakly. Shankuk, please don't do anything reckless. Shankuk ignored him. His mind started spinning things. Someone hurt his husband, someone risked his baby's life, and now they were going to pay. Shankuk, it's okay. His hand runs through Tong's face. Everything will be fine. Just relax and rest. I will handle everything. Tong grabbed his hand, stopping him from going anywhere. Shankuk, no. He tried to stop desperately, but Shankuk is not going to listen to him. Shankuk pressed a kiss on his forehead. Take a rest, and freed his hand back from Tong's grip, walking out of the hospital room. Next day, Shankuk stood behind the school, his hand in his pocket, his expression unreadable. The air was thick with tension. Beside him stood Kim Namjoon and Kim Seokjun, Tong's older brothers. They were also angry when Shankuk told them this happened. Shankuk had spent his entire night planning things. He wouldn't let the bullies get away. A few meters away, a trap had already been set. Someone had informed the police that Tong was waiting alone behind the school, and just like fools, they fell for it. The trap was set by Shankuk himself. Within minutes, the bullies entered a secluded area behind the university, laughing as he scanned the space. Where is the pretty boy? One of them asked. But the moment they stepped forward, their smirk vanished. Standing in front of them were three very dangerous men. Shankuk took a step forward, his eyes burning with rage. You were expecting Tong? His voice was low, deadly. The bullies caused confusion. Who the hell are you? One of them asked. Shankuk Shukla. Let me introduce ourselves. He pointed at himself. I'm John Shankuk, Tong's husband. His voice trembled with venom. He said the word. Then he tilted his head toward Namjoon. This is Kim Namjoon, Tong's big brother. Finally, he gestured to Jin. And this is Kim Seokjun, Tong's eldest brother. The police froze, their face paling. Jin crossed his arm, raising an eyebrow. So, you are that bastard who dared to lay a hand on my baby brother? Namjoon took a slow step forward, cracking his knuckles. You must have a dead wish. If you thought you would get away with hurting our Tong. The police got by suddenly realizing they had messed with the wrong person. The moment the police realized who they were facing, panic rushed through their body. Their eyes widened, and without a second thought, they turned into their heads, ready to run for their lives. But they didn't get far. Namjoon and Jin stepped in front of them, holding their escape. And then, from the shadow, dozens of guards emerged, surrounding the five police like predators, cornering their prey. The police froze, their faces turning off colors, as pure terror filled their eyes. Shankuk smirked darkly. Running away already? His voice was smoky and dripping with rage. I thought you were brave when you were beating up my husband. One of the police suffered. Look, we were just messing around. Namjoon punch landed straight to his jaw, sending him crashing on the ground. Before he could finish his sentence, messing around? Namjoon's voice was deadly calm, but he shook his fist. You think almost killing my brother was a joke? Another bully tried to make a run for it, but Jin was faster. He grabbed the guy by his collar and slammed his knee onto the stomach, making him collapse, struggling for air. Jin, you made my little brother bleed. Jin muttered with rage. Let's see how you like it. Shankuk turned to the remaining three, cracking his knuckles. Oh, don't look scared. He smirked, grabbing a metal rod one of the guards handed him. I promise this is just a beginning. And then Shankuk, Namjoon and Jin beat the shit out of those police. Everything the guard had brought. Steel rod, wooden beds, fist, and pure rage. Punches landed, kicks sent them flying, blood splattered on the ground as the five police clamored for mercy. But mercy was not the option. By the time they were done, the police were unrecognized, bruised, broken, and barely conscious. Shankuk knelt beside the leader, grabbing his bloodied face, him to look into his furious eyes. Shankuk, because of you, I was about to lose my child. If you were ever, and I mean ever, go near to my husband again, Shankuk whispered darkly. I swear, you won't be leaving these just broken bones next time. The bully nodded weakly, choking on his own blood. Shankuk finally stood up, throwing the bloody rod aside. Get them out of my sight. The guard dragged the barely conscious bullies away. Shankuk wiping the blood off his hand, turning to Namjoon and Shin. Let's go home, he muttered. Tong is waiting. Tong stood outside the university cafeteria, happily munching on his burger. His cheeks puffed adorably as he talked with Ayu and Jimin. They laughed over Jimin's dramatic retelling of his failed attempt to impress a cute senior. Jimin, you should have seen me take. Jimin giggles. I was about to flash my best smile and doom. I tripped over the air. Ayu laughed, covering her mouth. That's so you, Jimin. Tong giggled, shaking his head as he took another bite of his burger. I swear you are a walking disaster, Jim. But just then the atmosphere changed. From the corner of his eyes, Thong saw 5 familiar figures approaching. His smile faded as he swallowed nervously. When he saw his bullies, Jimin and Ayu immediately tensed, their laughter dying. Jimin took a step closer to Thong, ready to fight back if needed. But something was different this time. Instead of smirking, throwing insult, the 5 bullies stopped a few steps away of them. To everyone's shock, they fell on their knees. Gas echoes from the surrounding student. Tong eyes widened in disbelief. What? The leader of the group, his face still covered in fading bruises, bowed his head. To Tong, we are sorry. Please forgive us. Another one, his arm plastered, hanging by the bandage of his neck, nodding desperately. We were wrong. We will never touch you again. The third, still limping from the beating Shankuk, Namjoon and Shin gave them, clasped his hand together. We didn't know you were Mr. Jeon's husband. If we had known, Jimin scoffed, crossing his arms. Oh, so you are only sorry because you found out Tong's husband is? Leader panicked. No, we were blind. We shouldn't have hurt him in the first place. Tong just stares at them, his heart pounding. A few days ago, these were the same people who had beaten him mercilessly, who had laughed as he hailed on his crown. And now they were kneeling at his feet, begging for mercy. Tong stares at the police, his hand tightening around his burger. Jimin scoffed, stepping forward with his arms crossed. Wow, look at this. He nodded his head mockingly. It took broken bones and bruises for you to realize you were wrong. Ayu nodded. You only regret it because you got beaten up, don't you? The leader of the bullies, face still swollen from Shankuk punches, shook his head. No, we swear we are really sorry. We were blind by our own arrogance. We never should have hurt you, Tong. One of the other bullies bowed his head lower, his voice trembling. Please, Tong, we don't want any more trouble. We don't want to live in fear what your husband might do next. And then Tong scoffed. So that was it? They weren't apologizing because they were guilty. They were apologizing because they were scared of Shankuk, scared of what would happen if they even dared to touch him again. Tong took a deep breath, trying to calm himself. He didn't want to be like them, cruel and heartless. But at the same time, he wouldn't forgive so easily. Tong, you think kneeling in front of me will erase everything? His voice was quiet, but it seems she was down this bully's spine. The leader gulped. We will do anything. Tong cut him off. I don't need anything from you, Jimin smirked. Oh, that's my boy. Keep crawling, losers. Ayu giggles beside him. This is so satisfying to watch. Tong ignored them, his eyes locked onto the pathetic figure kneeling in front of him. I won't seek revenge, but I will never forgive what you did. Because of you, I almost lost my child. His hand protectively wrapped around his belly. And if you ever try to hurt me or anyone else again, you won't just be afraid of Shankar. This time, you will be afraid of me. The police visibly flushed, fear flashing in their eyes. They knew it now. Tong wasn't weak, and they had messed with the wrong person. They shouldn't have. Get out of my sight. The police got up and left from there. Ayu circled her hand around his shoulder, smiling. You did great, my boy. Jimin, you taught them a good lesson. Now they will never hurt anyone again. Tong blushes at the breeze. Thank you, guys. I think we should leave for the classes now. Ayu, yes, let's go. At the evening, as Jungkook's black car stopped in front of the university gate, Tong let out a sigh and pouted, arms crossed. The moment he sat into the passenger seat, he glared at Jungkook. Jungkook, who had been expecting his usual bright smile and excited, ranting about the classes, raised an eyebrow. What's with that face, baby? Tong turned his head away, sulking. I'm mad at you. Jungkook smirked, already finding his pouty husband adorable. And why is that, Tong, huffed, still refusing to look at him. You went and broke their bones without even calling me. I would have helped it. Jungkook chuckled, reaching over to keep Tong's sticks, gently turning his face toward him. You, he teases, his eyes filled with amusement and love. Baby, you are too cute and precious for things like that. Tong pouted even more, cheeks puffing out. I am not weak, Cookie. Jungkook leaned in, pressing a soft kiss on his pouting lips. I know you are not love, he whispered against them, but I will never let your hands get dirty. Tong saw the little flip at the gentleness in Jungkook's voice, but he was still trying to stay mad. Still, he mumbled, looking away. You should have let me at least punch them once. Jungkook laughed, his deep, fond chuckle filling the car. Trust me, baby, they have already learned their lesson, and I will make sure they never lay a hand on you again. With that, he started the car, reaching over to intertwine their fingers together as he drove. Tong, still sulking, let him hold his hand because deep down he knew that with Jungkook beside him, he was always safe. Tong, thank you, by the way. Jungkook raised an eyebrow. It sounds too dry, and I don't need thank you. Tong looked at him with frown. Then, what do you need? Jungkook stopped the car because they had reached their home, and he turned to Tong. You? Tong gasped. Jungkook laughed at his reaction and went out of his car. He went to open Tong's side of door, softly pulling him out of the car. He threw the keys toward the car and grabbed his husband in his arms. Gonna make love to you? And he walked inside their sweet home.